Hello Virgo, welcome to your reading for March and April of 2021. So this is going to be kind of like your forecast for the next 2 months. You can definitely check your sun, moon, and rising if you would like to. Also, I do offer personal readings. If you'd like to book one with me, just check my description. All that information will be down there. Otherwise, let's jump into the reading. Alright Virgo, welcome to your spread. Okay, so the first thing I'm seeing here with the Six of Cups and the don't let your past hold you back, also kind of with the Three of Cups, I'm seeing like there is going to be a huge energy of nostalgia in the next 2 months. Like, I feel like you guys are growing so much and you're kind of taking so many steps forward, and I feel like it might be happening kind of fast to the point where you're looking back and you're like, but wait, I'm not ready to let go of certain things, or like I still want to hold on, or I'm nervous about this change. Although Virgos are mutable signs, which means we're very changeable, at the core of us we are earth, so change can still be a little scary to us. It can be maybe more than scary, it's like nerve-wracking, right? Because like Virgos have a lot of anxiety problems and that kind of thing. So if anything, you might be feeling anxious, and you yearn for that familiarity of the past, but there is a need for you not to let it hold you back, because I think there's greater things waiting for you on the other side. So with the Nine of Coins here, I'm definitely seeing a lot of financial, like really good stuff financially here, okay? So like money coming in, obviously being really independent. So some of you could be entrepreneurs doing your own thing, and it's thriving. It's going to be thriving the next 2 months. If you do something like that, that's really going to be thriving. As well as even if you work like a typical, job, like you have a boss, whatever, you're not an entrepreneur, I do see that your finances are going to be thriving in the next 2 months. Like I said, with the Six of Cups, there's something going on here about the past. This could even be about family stuff with the Three of Cups as well. I feel like there's some relationships and connections that maybe you feel like are holding you back or something like that. There's these relationships and connections that I'm sensing that some of you are even going to heal some of them, or kind of like repair them. Like, I'm seeing you having like a deep conversation with someone that you maybe haven't had one with in a while or something like that, and you almost repair that that connection in order for you to move forward, so that that person understands kind of where you're coming from. And maybe you're telling them like, hey, I don't know, for example, this could be like a family member, like maybe your mom and you are really close, or maybe your mom has kind of an attachment to you because you help her so much or something. This is really general, obviously, and this is like a random example, okay? But it's like, for example, if your mom has been leaning on you for a long time, and all of a sudden you're like, well, I think it's time for me to move out, it's time for me to like have my own life. Maybe now you're like, you know what, like maybe you guys have had like a rocky kind of relationship because you want so badly to be separated from her, but you also don't want to hurt her. So it's kind of like you sit them down and have that conversation and talk about like, I love you, but it's time for me to move on, it's time for me to go. And this could have to do with friendships or relationships as well, anything like that, love, platonic. But there are connections from the past that you're thinking about and you're going to be thinking about in the next 2 months. And I feel like you honestly might be missing someone as well. So like if you haven't talked to there's a certain person that's coming up that maybe if you haven't talked to them in a while, you're kind of missing them in the next 2 months, and you're wishing like to have that kind of relationship again. But there's also a message here of like, even if you do reach out to this person again and you start talking again or whatever, maybe it's like an old friend and you guys have really good memories together, but it's been like a few years, just remember that like those memories, you can't really live in the past like that. Like, you can relive memories, sure, but it's like it's never going to be exactly the same. And I don't want that to like discourage you or make you sad because you wish it could go back to how it was, because I think there are really great things waiting for you in your future. Does that make sense? And I think right now you might feel quite lonely, and that's why we have the Wait card here, because it's like It's time for you to kind of just wait. I know you feel lonely. I know you might feel alone. I mean, the Nine of Pentacles, this is like that single lady card. So some of you really could have been like exiting a relationship, okay? This is like that single lady card, but she's like thriving, you know, she has all her stuff together, everything's organized, everything's perfect. She has an amazing place to live. She has, you know, she has everything she could ever need on her own, everything she could ever want on her own as well. But that kind of life can get a little lonely. So I do see you guys isolating yourself possibly a little bit, and then you're kind of like living in these past fantasies, but it's like, it's okay because this is just kind of a buffering period. With weight, I feel like you are going to have some really great connections come into your life soon after these next 2 months kind of pass by. And then with honesty, it says here, I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. So that's kind of telling me again, there's a need for you to be honest with yourself and with this other person about your connection. Like, tell them the truth. Tell yourself the truth first off. If you really think there's a connection in your life that's holding you back, really think about why, or like, you know, write that pros and cons list type of vibe. You know, do something like that so you can really get honest with yourself on the things that could be really holding you back. Because as much as this card is a beautiful one and it's, you know, like nostalgic and like the past and like, oh, things were so perfect back then, there is a tendency to get stuck there. And that's not good because life is about moving forward, right? Okay guys, so I'm going to be getting some fairy cards for you. And hopefully these are going to give us a little more clarity on your situation. Alright guys, so we have Pure Intention. We have Look in a Book. And lastly, we have Purity. Oh, that card's really pretty. So with Pure Intention, it says here, the Fairy of Manifestation will help you to use your gifts wisely, or your wishes wisely, sorry. Manifest your heart's desire with pure intention and for the highest good of all. Look in a book. Whatever your question right now, you'll find the answer in a book. The words you find will bring the insight you seek. And then Purity. Always trust in the purity of your heart. Look inside your heart, and within it, you will find the answer to your question. Okay guys, so obviously we have 2 messages of purity here, which is crazy, and it's almost tying in this honesty card for me, because it's like purity, honesty, what's the truth? There's like this thing where you guys are trying to find the truth. What's the truth in your life? What's the truth to your relationships? What's the truth to your connections? What is the truth in your career? What is the truth to your life? Like, what are you here to do? This is a really deep energy. And everything that you're manifesting, like, it's crazy. You're not even manifesting things like just for yourself out of like a selfish type of energy, but more so like you're trying to see, you're taking actions that are not only good for you, but good for everyone involved. And you could even be going so far as to like think about manifesting something for the good of humanity. Like, that's how deep it's getting here. And then with Look in a Book, I feel like you guys might not have like read in a while or something like that. I don't know. This one's very straightforward. It's just kind of telling me there are signs all around you, and you could even just like pick up a random book in your room and like flip to a random page and like look at a word and see what that word says, and it might actually ring true to you. It might give you some kind of realization. Virgos, you guys are really connected to words and speech and writing. So looking at actual words, I feel like is going to be such a good way to find a sign for you guys if you're feeling lost. Also, this is also a message for me to tell you guys, write down everything that you're experiencing, everything you're going through right now, and everything you want. And yeah, there is a need here for you guys to be completely honest with yourselves, to have this pure intention. Guys, like, I'm dead. I'm dead at these pure cards, because it's like Virgo is the maiden, is the virgin, all about purity. Why are these cards coming up? Insane. But anyways, I digress. I'm going to get some romance cards for you guys now to see what's going on. I'm going to pull one for singles and one for couples. Oh, hello, we have a guest. Alright guys, so for singles, we have soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. Okay, so for some of you singles, you know somebody. Apologies, this is Venus, by the way. But anyways, so the person that you're thinking of right now, the person that you have a connection with, could be your soulmate. Or if anything, they really feel like it. It's almost like you feel like you've known them for a while, like you've known them before, even if you guys maybe have just met. Otherwise, Virgo, if you haven't met, okay, if you haven't met your soulmate yet, I'm so sorry. I hope you guys don't mind the little ears here, but if you haven't met a person yet that you're interested in, Virgo, I think that you're going to meet them within the next few months, and it's going to be a really strong connection. Like it says, this person is your soulmate. I think you're drawing in that soulmate connection, and I think the more that you kind of do things with that pure intention, not only just for yourself, but for your higher good, for everyone's higher good, if you're trying to manifest a relationship for your soulmate's higher good, as long as you're doing that with that correct intention, I think that you really could be manifesting your soulmate in the next 2 months. You're sitting right in front of the camera. I'm sorry, look at this. Look how she's staring at the candle. Alright guys, sorry for that little like intermission, but here we have for couples chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. So if you're in a relationship, Virgo, your relationship is just going to have a little more spice in it the next 2 months. I feel like you and your person are really going to get along more. Like it's just going to be smooth sailing for the next 2 months, you know? I feel like you guys are going to have a lot of passion reignited, and like I just see like, I don't know, maybe even in the bedroom, like you're going to see some of that going on. Some of you guys are really going to be looking at your partner as like your safe place and your source of hope, especially because for a lot of your other connections, it's been, you know, it's been difficult, but your partner is really going to be there for you, and you guys are obviously you guys have chemistry. There's a reason you're together, but I think in this next 2 months, it's going to be really heightened, and your connection could even ascend, like maybe one of you guys like proposes to the other, like you get engaged or something like that. Doesn't necessarily have to be like that, but maybe you guys just like become closer and bond over like a certain experience because you guys are, you know, going through this together. Alright, so I'm gonna get some last messages for you guys, and also we'll see if there's any zodiac signs that come up for people that you might be dealing with this month. Alright guys, so we have 4 cards here. We have confidence is your key to success, new moon in Leo, so you could be dealing with a Leo. We have new start is coming, new moon. We have faith in your dreams. And we also have your hard work is paying off. So the only zodiac signs that are coming up are Leo and Capricorn. So you could be dealing with some people with those zodiac signs and their sun, moon, or rising or something like that. Otherwise, there's a big need for you guys to have confidence. I feel like Virgos can tend to be a little maybe too humble or like shy or something like that. Not all of you guys, but you know, some of you. So there's a need for you guys to tap into your confidence, to really believe in yourself and who you are, despite the fact that maybe you don't have that support system that you used to because you're going on to a new phase of life. A new start is coming. Literally what I just said. You're starting a new phase of life. There's a really powerful new beginning for you, and this is really promising because you can create whatever life you want from this new start. We have faith in your dreams. Like I said, ties in with the confidence card. Have faith in your dreams. You don't need other people to be there for you to believe in your dreams. The only person that really matters is you, because as long as you're resonating with what you're doing something right. I promise you. We have your hard work is paying off. So I feel like you guys have been working really hard in your job, in literally whatever it is you do. You've been working really hard, and you've been putting in the time and the effort. So this is going to be paying off. I definitely see that monetarily, if that's even a word. But yeah, with monetary gain, with money, you're definitely going to be getting more of that. And I do see that there's going to be other connections that come into your life later on in the next 2 months. So yes, Virgo, that was your reading. I hope that resonated and that it gave you some clarity or guidance. If you'd like a personal reading from me, just check the description. I have a link to a form that you can fill out and we can go from there. Otherwise, I think that's all I wanted to say to you guys. Thank you so much again for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye, guys. Venus, do you say bye? Venus says bye too, guys. Alright, see you in the next one.